Cancer, how are you? Welcome to the channel and to your reading, Cancer. We are going to connect with your energies for these days. I remind you that these are general readings, so I am going to ask you to take what resonates and what is applying to your situation. What does not, you let go. And also consult your moon sign and ascendant sign, which allow us to see a little more to complement the message. I am going to begin this reading with this beautiful oracle, the Oracle of Light and Shadow. These little creatures have gathered here to bring a special sign just for you. Let us take a moment together to see what messages they have in store for us and what they are trying to reveal about your path moving forward from this point on. Well, what they are letting us know is that things are finally getting underway, and the time has truly arrived for you to get moving. This shift in energy is meant to help you connect with the arrival of something entirely new. It also suggests that a beautiful moment of expansion and genuine happiness is finding its way back into your life, bringing with it a sense of fun and playfulness. This is especially true because all of this wonderful, vibrant energy is coming hand in hand with someone who is stepping into your world once again, someone who is arriving to make their presence felt in your life. It's not like you were waiting to feel better and have more energy just because someone took a chance and decided to reach out to you, is it? It says that someone is arriving once again, someone who reconnects you with what true happiness really is. This happens through their physical presence, through a close encounter, or perhaps by way of a simple phone call or a text message. It really does not matter how it happens. The point is that they are returning to you. Something happens with a person that generates quite a bit of happiness for you. It unsettles you and makes your life somehow also have enter into dynamism, enter into action, move. Something entirely new is also arriving because things are shifting. Quite literally, things that were just standing still before. And you find yourself thinking, okay, I will just go along with the natural rhythm of all this movement. So I decide to move in sync with the beat of this card. And I'm also choosing to go along with the flow, supporting whatever task you have ahead of you with genuine joy and vibrant enthusiasm. Because truthfully, this is also much fun for me. I really enjoy doing this work, and it is a truly lovely, special moment for me to be here with you, sharing these insights and connecting through this beautiful unfolding energy that we are experiencing right now together. Let's take a look and see what the cards have to share with you, Cancer. Keep in mind that these tarot readings are always generalized, so you may find that you want to inquire about your own specific personal situation. If there is something specific that you would like to consult with me about, you can certainly do that by scheduling a private reading for yourself through the main page of my official website. The website address is always displayed right here in the video, and you also have a pinned comment for your sign, Cancer. That link will take you directly to the website, making it very easy for you to browse through all the options and finally choose the specific personal reading that you would prefer to have done today. Please go ahead and check it out now. All right, we have the Hermit card, the Nine of Cups card, and the Queen of Cups card. So tell me, what is actually going on here? What is happening in this situation? You can see that this experience is finally coming to an end. It marks the conclusion of what might have been a period where you felt quite alone or perhaps isolated, right? Of course, this shift could really be interpreted in a variety of different ways for you. Hermit is a moment where one also seeks to feel with oneself, right? Because, well, one wants to be in a moment of peace, of harmony, of calm, to find in that silence and their wisdom, to find answers, to apply the good use of their emotional intelligence to make decisions in a very accurate way. Perhaps they simply want to dwell in their own moment and reside within their own world, or they were looking for some guidance from someone who could support them, someone to walk alongside them through this delicate process just to see how they are truly standing and where they find themselves during this particular chapter of their life as they move forward. And that had caused your life to also be delayed in other aspects in some way. That is why they connect you with something new, with change. Getting out of the cave, in short. No. For me, Taurus is like it is in that world, in that cave. Even if it is illuminated and full of light and wisdom, sometimes it can also cross over to the other side. So you are being encouraged to get out there and renew your energy. You are wise enough now to apply the results gained from this moment of introspection or from that period of embracing a more passive energy. It is time to move forward, knowing you have the insight needed to step out and truly put all that hard-earned wisdom into practice in your daily life. So, well, the illumination will always accompany you. So, in fact, even more so if you have to make decisions at this moment that lead you to apply that wisdom, you do not go back because you are sufficiently conscious that that decision you are going to make is a decision, or you are going to acquire a behavior, or you are going to do something that is obviously in accordance with your personal progress and your evolution. I really like that you have the Hermit at this moment, because the moment you gave yourself is fine. Perhaps you did it unconsciously, as if to prepare yourself to savor the satisfaction and the joy, because there you land on the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups represents a moment of joy, pleasure, satisfaction, and fulfillment. Above all, it is about enjoyment. Taking that time to share yourself with those around you, to engage socially, and to embrace something new. It is also about aligning yourself with the kind of happiness and contentment that comes from having navigated this path and moved through this transition. Today, you see things from a different point of view and a fresh angle. This perspective not only applies the wisdom you have gained, but also gives you the benefit of feeling, in some way, truly worthy of enjoying all of this. It is a beautiful culmination of your efforts, a time where you can finally sit back, recognize how far you have come, and fully embrace the rewards that you have worked so hard to manifest in your own life and your personal journey. What a coincidence that they are the numbers 9, right? Culmination of cycles where you are reaping a great fruit from this process. You are finally emerging from a long period of stagnation, because obviously it could also mean that you are letting go of the need for control over a certain situation. You are choosing to surrender yourself completely, without any reservations, to the beautiful and profound emotional abundance that is waiting for you to embrace it in this current moment. You will consciously know how to protect yourself, thanks to the emotional self-empowerment you have gained during this process. So what do I mean by this? What am I trying to tell you with this? If someone happens to wander back into your life, rest assured that you will know exactly how to handle that situation with newfound wisdom. You will be making choices that are going to be quite obviously incredibly positive for you personally, allowing you to move forward with the genuine clarity and the remarkable inner strength that you have carefully cultivated throughout this entire transformative healing process. Satisfaction is absolute, and the well-being for you as well. There is announced what is the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is a card that is telling us that you could have been waiting for this moment, and in some way you were preparing yourself for this. You could intuitively feel that this person was going to appear again, or you wanted to prepare yourself precisely to be open to a Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is truly a discerning person who does not simply settle for just anyone. She is a woman of substance who is also deeply conscious of the vast depth and the profound nature of what could be considered her own internal, intuitive, and highly developed emotional wisdom. This aligns perfectly with the preparation Cancer is going through right now. So, I would also tell you to prepare yourself to swim in the waters of emotion in a way you are not familiar with, something stable, secure, committed, and perhaps something you have not felt for a very long time. It is a state that is stable, secure, committed, compassionate, aligned with future goals, and conscious of each person's individuality. This is about embracing a depth of feeling you have not known in quite a while, keeping your heart steady and your vision clear as you move forward into this new, balanced emotional chapter. Because being in a relationship does not mean that you stop being what you were doing or leave aside that moment of introspection if it interests you or having your life. No. It is not the intention of that person to annul you or take you out of your moment of enjoyment, because that moment of enjoyment does not stop being a personal moment as well. So the Queen of Cups enters the picture at a pivotal moment, arriving precisely when you have reached the level of maturity required to fully embrace this situation, this meaningful relationship, or this profound blessing of deep emotional satisfaction that is finally manifesting in your life after such a long wait. Well, by pure coincidence, the Queen of Cups happens to rule over the zodiac sign of Cancer. This means that you are going to be extremely attentive to the various needs of the people in your life, especially their deep emotional needs, all while operating from a place of genuine care and nurturing. You will find yourself approaching these connections with a profound sense of kindness, which will ultimately lead you toward a very deep and lasting sense of personal satisfaction. You might find yourself sharing quality time with your children, your grandchildren, or perhaps your dearest friends. More than anything, this is a beautiful energy of pure enjoyment, and it is a truly wonderful time filled with authentic happiness for you to fully embrace, cherish, and hold in your heart today. Specifically, there is a chariot. I know. I see this Cancer very close to what could be the grandchildren, young children, or the children of the person you're interested in. It may be that you are already with someone, and that what is happening here is that the moment has arrived to enjoy that relationship from a different context than how you were enjoying it, right? Opening yourself more to the outside, enjoying more of the relationship, even on a more intimate level. There are very interesting things that are changing for you. You have a Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is the card that tells us about a conscious mental preparation for what is coming, because you are not just going to feel better. Rather, you are going to feel completely relaxed and fully restored. It is clear that you need to recover your energy after a long period of stress as you consciously prepare yourself for all the important changes that lie ahead. So, since things are coming that you are already sensing, besides you have a Queen of Cups, you are intuiting your character on a creative level is quite expansive, and there are projects that are going to happen. They're going to take course for you. You have to be aligned with all this, and the best way is to continue practicing that conscious meditation. But in this case, it is not to isolate yourself, but it is not only to recover energy, put your body in order, put your mind in order, put your nutrition in order, your hours of sleep, and so on. But it is also to give priority to your thoughts. No, in the sense that, well, what do I attack first? What do I organize first? What do I arrange first? You are going to have like that sensation that you cannot handle this, or that you do not deserve this, or that this cannot be happening, that this is not real. That look, if at this point in my life this is going to happen to me because there are mental fears. Stop overthinking. I believe you are being invited to take action or simply experience this moment, because the Eight of Swords is a card that clouds our clarity, especially regarding negative thoughts that may be our own. These thoughts condition us, causing us to become paralyzed. And that is exactly where we become unable to take any action. It is time to move past those mental blocks and finally embrace the path that lies right in front of you. And we have a lot of fear, a lot of fear. We even have fear of what they might say about what we are going to do, even if we are giving ourselves this blessed moment to enjoy in whatever form, in whatever way. So, well, the power and the firmness that precisely placed you in the Hermit, that also has to do with the power and the firmness that you have to act in the face of what could be a moment of lack of clarity. No, well, I have to stay motivated and I have to embrace this change of cycle because I was ambitious for this and I cannot allow myself the lack of mental clarity. That is why I am organizing my thoughts of the Four of Swords, and neither can I allow the influence from outside on the decisions of my life. There you have an Eight of Wands that makes reference to the first card. Everything is in motion. Situations are shifting, people are changing, you are moving, but everything is also being directed toward finally taking action and moving things forward. So I would tell you, Cancer, to prepare yourself for important calls, to make important changes, for the speeding up of many things and issues that you're going to want to attend to at once. That is why they also ask you to recover energy, because it is a trigger for many things and events that are quite interesting. And when that happens, one wants to be everywhere so as not to miss any opportunity. But stay calm, because this is truly a fortunate moment for you, a time of significant expansion. What this energy brings you is your own personal activation, but it also brings the activation of many other elements that accompany this new chapter. No, you are not simply sitting around waiting for things to happen. That is definitely not the case here. This is an active phase where everything starts to fall into place, and you are finally ready to embrace the growth that is coming your way. These are opportunities that are worth taking and worth living. Well, here the law of attraction card tells me that you have to have faith. Fear is putting your trust in the bad. That is what fear is, because faith is trusting in the good. And this is a little bit of what the Eight of Swords tells us. No. If we think about the bad, we start with a barrier. We deny the existence that we can be capable of facing this. Obviously, we will remain there. Now, if we have the faith that we can trust that we deserve this, it is good. And we motivate ourselves to embrace the movement of our whole life. The energies accompany us in a fabulous way. So let us trust and decree, Cancer, so that this may happen.